The stand at Changban, take 2, this time in romance. And this is the first proper romance battle on my channel in Three Kingdoms. The first video I put up was romance, but that was when I was still learning the game, but now I've got a grip of all mechanics and understand how everything works pretty well, so this is the first proper showcase of beasting on romance. So after I uploaded that records video on Changban, I was too curious not to play through on romance and see how everything goes, see how it plays out, do some experimenting. So I sat for a while playing through a few attempts on Changban on romance, and one of the very first tries you're about to see here, I was just sitting recording what I was doing while I was doing it, so I'm commentating after the fact, and everything went pretty much perfectly. There were things that went right that I wasn't even aware of, so I'm going to be talking about what happens. I've tried over and over again after recording this attempt to get an even better one, because that's how I do things. I try and get better and better and better, building on what I've learned, but I couldn't do it. This is a serious outlier. It's worth uploading just as an achievement, but I'm also going to be commentating on what happened and trying to give some analysis and shit, so if anyone else can ever surpass or even just match this outcome, I will piss on my face. Talking purely in terms of casualties, that's the metric I use when I'm trying to assess my performance in these fights, these historical battles. I look at the casualty count, that's what I try and avoid, taking losses. Here we go with the first romance historical battle.
曹操自拟矫诏，挟持天子，大军肆意扩张，一路深入我方领土，百姓为避曹贼，流离奔波。如今大军又至，我等必须顶住曹兵。我方已逃至隘口，但若不能阻拦曹兵，待其杀至，亦不免遭殃。懿德无地，兄长委于你众人，今务必要守住山谷，从而确保百姓安全撤离。朋友，好好打。
First thing you might notice is that Zhang Fei is there on his own, just like in the romance novels. A one-man army, just like every other character in the romance version. Some are better than others, some have abilities way better than others, but Zhang Fei is up there. He's got some decent shit. Especially that shout that he does, which I end up using in an unorthodox type of way, which is mostly inconsequential. Like, I didn't get that grand finale moment where Zhang Fei routs every single enemy unit, which is kind of a shame because that would have been like the perfect, most stylish way to do it. But I did something sort of similar with another guy. So at the moment I'm kind of just kiting the archers. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was kind of making it up as I went along at this point. So I've got the turtle, of course, which can negate pretty much all range damage. It's just the fire arrows that can be a problem for the turtle. And sometimes when you play through this they can use fire arrows instead of these normal arrows that they're using right now. So I was basically just trying to kite potential fire arrows with Zhang Fei so the turtle didn't end up taking damage. I thought maybe I could do this at the start, just kite my way through arrows to avoid taking any damage whatsoever. So what's happening right now is that they are in a skirmishing mode, so they're staying back and they're firing off all their arrows with their 2 units of mounted archers. That's going to keep going until they've got no arrows left. And if you look at what's going on here, they're not firing arrows that quickly. This is a big part of why this went so well. The 2 units have kind of overlapped and only like half of each unit can fire. So they're expending their ammunition really slowly. And so the battle is not going to be joined for a very long time. The lines are not going to clash, they're not going to meet mano a mano for quite a while. Which is good for us because that means that the spear guards can just sit there and not take any losses. And I can protect all my other units as well. So we're just waiting for the reinforcements to arrive while they fire away all their arrows. Perfect. Because what we really want is to have our heroes all on the field, on the bridge, in this choke, this Thermopylae, where numbers count for nothing. So 5 heroes in there wreaking havoc together. It's going to be really difficult for any kind of an army to do well in that circumstance. So that's what I'm waiting for. First reinforcements arrive 3 minutes in, and then the real reinforcements, Guan Yu and the vanguard, they arrive at 6 minutes. And they're the ones that bring the fucking ordnance. Like, they're the ones that start dropping bombs in the fucking ranks and do area of effect damage, splash damage. Take out 30, 40, 50 guys with one click of a button. So what we want here, the perfect scenario, and it's something that I came very close to getting, is for there to be no real combat until the very end, where we get all of their army blobbed on the bridge, packed tight, densely, and then we send our heroes into the midst of it and start fucking setting off bombs and scoring massive kills. So that's the first group reinforcements, 3 minutes in, and then there's... that guy's a sentinel, which means he's good at dueling, so something I could have done here is to duel with Zhang Fei and kill Cao Cao with Zhang Fei, and then get all of these bonuses to his retinue, especially the archers, because when you have a duel that's evenly matched, the rewards are far greater than if you if it's like a cakewalk. So if you were to get the most out of the dueling system, you would take even fights and then you'd find ways to just tip the balance in your favour. This one is not an even match, because this guy is a sentinel who are overpowered in duels, and I think the game might take that into account, because if this guy wins this against Cao Cao, he doesn't really get any good buffs for his retinue. I'm sending Zhang Fei up here just so that he's involved, because I'm trying to avoid casualties, and these are solitary men, one man here, one man there, so if these two guys die it won't affect the casualty count, but neither of them do. I don't really want any of my heroes to die, that doesn't seem like a proper execution of the battle, so I got quite lucky here, none of them died, but Zhang Fei already has lost like half of his health just running over there. So what I'm doing here, it's not that important. I made Cao Cao rout using Zhang Fei's scream while Cao Cao's dueling Zhao Yun, so Cao Cao just runs away in the middle of the duel. So he got unhorsed by Zhao Yun, and then Zhao Yun started winning, but it was kinda close, and then Zhang Fei came and scared Cao Cao away, so that was the ability used, and I think I also routed one of those units of cavalry there. So now at this point I'm trying to get my units back to the line, because these guys could die right now. So Zhao Yun is getting caught by a unit of cavalry, Zhang Fei is in amongst a bow unit with leopard cavalry charging him. And at this point I've only lost, what, 5? I've only lost 5 men. So this is still pretty flawless. We're about to get the reinforcements, the second batch arriving, and we've only lost 5 guys. So yeah, this is pretty close to perfect. But we have almost lost Zhang Fei, like he's almost dead to do this, all this distraction. So the archers skirmished the fuck out of their army, and the 2 heroes did a bit of damage, and we got rid of Cao Cao, and we've only lost like 5 guys, and now the remnants are starting to charge out to my lines. I've decided to pull Zhao Yun's retinue over because I kind of see an opportunity here to get everything consolidated on our side of the bridge, so it was kind of instinctive, it wasn't really planned out. I think I did the right thing though, like it was a clutch decision that made the battle much simpler. So once I get his retinue over to this side of the bridge, all they can really do is blob into this choke, and that's what ends up happening. And here comes Guan Yu and that champion guy, and no, the vanguard I mean. And these are the guys that do the damage and cause all of the routing. So Guan Yu has this ability called God of... no, what's it called again? Yeah, God of War I think, that causes terror, and terror's a type of scare, so it's like a scare ability that activates in combat when he's winning, and that can just send their units running away, coming back, running away, coming back. It's like a conveyor belt. So we've got the commander there who's blocking the bridge, and we're going to get stuck on him, but if I just drag through we can pull everything through. They've got archers that are firing at our archers, they've got a few units of mounted archers. Hopefully they'll end up just firing at the turtle, that's what I'm going for anyway, that's why the turtle's right at the front. I've got archers there to spam into the inevitable blob. I'm dragging Guan Yu and what's his name, Bao Zhao. So There's two guys there that can do a lot of damage. Zhang Fei is... he's alright I suppose, but it's mostly Guan Yu and that other guy. They're the ones that have the splash damage, so I need to get them forward in time for the lines clashing. There's also a strategist there that reduces the recharge time, the cooldown. So if the strategist is close to these two guys while they're in the middle of the fight, they're going to be able to just spam that shit off, fire it off really rapidly. And every time that happens, it's like dozens of guys dead. So I'm trying to group all of my wedge-capable cavalry together, but this is not important. I didn't realise the battle was going to go this perfectly, so I'm kind of planning for just getting a decent win here. I didn't realise I was going to have such a clean victory where none of this shit is even required, so I've done a good job so far of pulling everything back from where the lines meet. So I've got my heroes there ready to cry havoc. I've got the turtle there ready to block and create the blob. I've got a unit of GE that I maybe should have pulled back, but at the same time that protects the archers there, protects everything else, keeps everything contained. So it's a perfect storm really. They're all grouping up, they're all lining up. And I haven't said this yet, but I suspect that part of why their two archer units clumped together and postponed the initial clash, which was really important for this kind of a good outcome, is that they had slanted their line so that the right side of their formation would have ended up in the river. So to counteract that, they placed the other archer unit on the left side, like they've kind of done again. Like you can sort of see it with the two units there. They've clumped together because they're taking the same place in the formation, so that might be the secret to this. I only realised this when I was looking back on it about half an hour ago. And yeah, I think that might be really important to getting this kind of a good outcome, getting the two archer units to fire much slower at the start. So that's a duel challenge, so that commander wants to fight the vanguard, and they are about the same strength. But I'm thinking at this point that I can get my strategist up there and maybe give him a boost so that he can fire off his abilities and cause damage that's guaranteed. And you can see the blob forming already. They're firing at the G militia, which I don't like. Like that makes me think that an even better outcome is possible. Like if I was to have withdrawn the G militia and just had the turtle there with the heroes, I could have maybe scraped out a really amazing, clean, flawless as fuck victory. But I think this is pretty good. This is rare enough as it is. This is like, yeah, I don't know how many tries I would need to be able to replicate or surpass this. I suspect it would be a fuck ton and have to be blessed by the RNG gods. So I've got the duel going on in the middle of the G militia. They've just opened up a circle like a fucking playground fight in school, and they're going at it in there, and my guy's winning. And then I've sent Guan Yu in, and I'm trying to just get him to wade through this big fucking blob to get in there. I need him to get in deep, balls deep in this fucking mess, so he can start using this stuff. And yeah, he just killed 15 guys with that. That's 15 guys dead. And then there's this other one-use ability that's going to kill about 30. So he just went right into the middle of that and cleaved 50 guys by activating his two abilities. But the real guy that I want in there is the fucking vanguard who's in the duel still. So I really want that duel 10 so I can just fire him into that blob. The great thing about Guan Yu, the guy that's currently in the middle of this big fucking blob, is that he has the terror ability, so they're getting... every unit there pretty much is getting a big morale debuff, so they're really close to routing already. All they need is some damage applied. And there's also an activated morale debuff that the vanguard has. And look at that, there's like 5 units routing there, and then we win the duel. So they've got all these morale debuffs stacking. They've got Guan Yu in there cleaving the shit out of them with his God of War causing terror, actual terror. Then there's the activated area of effect morale debuff that the vanguard has. And then there's also the fact that their general just died because he lost the duel. So now I'm sending the vanguard into this big fucking blob, and I'm gonna activate the ability now. Right, here we go. 60 guys just died at the click of a button because that blob was so densely packed. And when I say 60 guys, they were on horses, they were fucking mounted, so that's like a full 240 if you translate that into foot soldiers, infantry. So, and it's even better than that because those 60 deaths were spread amongst several units, so that brought several units closer to the point of routing. It wasn't just one unit deleted, it was 2 or 3 units completely sabotaged, put on the verge of routing, and every time that ability is activated, similar carnage is wrought, so it's pretty fucking sweet. I just need to keep these guys in the middle of this tight, densely packed blob and fire off this shit. It's getting difficult though because the conveyor belt's starting where they run in, they see Guan Yu winning, and they're like, fuck this, I'm out of here, see you later. And then they run away. But then they get outside of all of the morale debuff carnage that's going on, and they get their nerve back, they get their balls up, and then they run back in. But they're blocking, the guys that are in the fight are blocking the guys that are running away. The guys that are running away are blocking the guys that are in the fight or trying to get into the fight. And it's just a big mess, like, they can't even face the right direction for what they want to do. And it's easy pickings because I've got these heroes in the middle of this shit just firing off bombs. And also I've got a spear wall there that's getting favourable fights on guys that have their backs turned, so it's a perfect fucking storm. 140 losses. And yeah, that's why I think it'll be really difficult to get a better outcome. Pretty fucking flawless. If you appreciate what I do and would like to support me while I continue, you can do that on my Patreon page. Thanks to all my patrons, with special thanks to Matteo Olivetti.